Vincent E. Brown, and this is Black by Color Only. I just wanted to comment on some things going on today. Things of we know that today is January the 20th, 2014, and it's the third Monday in January, which is the day that is set aside to remember the legacy of Martin Luther King Jr. His actual birthday was January the 15th, but this is a day they set aside for us to remember his legacy and nonviolent protests that he initiated, during the Civil Rights Movement, and the legacy of the "I Have a Dream" and everything. And this is set aside as a time to remember that, and keep in mind too that this day was signed into law by a man named Ronald Reagan. So those of you all who call Republicans racist and conservatives are nothing but a bunch of KKKers, just keep that in mind. And I don't want to hear that garbage about he was forced to do it, because if he was a man of his convictions, if he wasn't that racist, no one would have forced him to do it. But anyway, I hear a lot of people talking about we need to walk in unity, and I get it. I get it. We need to walk in unity, and some people really don't need to be talking about unity because they're the very ones who are causing the separation in the first place. Now, this message is basically to those of you all of the liberal mindset, even though there are more than enough conservatives who need to hear this. But I mainly see this on the liberal side. Y'all talk about liberty all the time, and you talk about racism and war on women and everything and stuff like that. But you're the very ones who are spreading the hate. Someone doesn't think like you, you tear them down, launch into personal attacks and character assassinations and insults and fussing and cussing and everything. And then some of you all have the nerve to say that you are Christians. Did Jesus cuss out the Pharisees? He stood toe to toe with them, and he let them know about themselves. But did he cuss them out? Did he say, I wish somebody would assassinate you, and I wish you would be lynched or something like that? Did Jesus do that? No. And for those of you all who call yourselves Christians, apparently you're not reading the Bible, because there's a scripture in the book of Matthew 5:44. You should read that and tell me if you are really a Christian. If you read that, I'm not going to quote it to you right now. I'm going to let you. That will be your homework to look that up. But if you want unity, you need to look at yourselves. You need to look at yourselves as individuals and say, well, am I an agent of unity, or am I an agent of disunity? I hear you all talk about the war on women, but you all are more hateful towards conservative women than anybody. You talk about racism, but you're more hateful towards black conservatives than anybody. So don't give me this thing about unity and everything. This is not what Martin Luther King Jr. Fought for, And besides, if there was never a Jesus, there wouldn't have been a Martin Luther King Jr. Because Martin Luther King Jr. was using Christian concepts when he went about doing his speeches and being a force of change in this country. So don't even call yourselves Christians, because you're not. Jesus wouldn't have cussed anybody out, but that's what you all do. And the only unity you're looking forward to is for people to think like you do. That's the only unity you think about. You don't want to get along with people who don't think like you. You take it personally when someone disagrees with you, and then you launch into that tirade of character assassinations and insults and things of that sort. So don't even talk to me about unity. Once you start looking at yourselves and saying, you know what, I'm not the agent of unity that I'm always preaching about. So I need to change something. I'm not telling you to think like me. I'm not telling you that at all. I'm not trying to get you to think like me. But until you learn to get along with folks who don't think like you, then don't give me this garbage about unity. I'm Vincent E. Brown. I'm signing off. And until the next time, I'll see you on The Rebound.